Well, we come to the end of another week. I really enjoy getting to report to you each Saturday evening what has taken place during the course of the week. Get to tell you about people being saved, people getting baptized, and just a variety of things that are happening in the ministry. And we thank God for all of it. It is the Lord who's leading all of it. Well, I started the week in Troy, Ohio. I'd done a Friday evening banquet there, and then Saturday worked with their choir and a variety of things on that Saturday. Then I started the week on Sunday right there at Troy Baptist with Pastor David Thomas, and we really had a great week. You know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday evening services. The choir sang every night. You know, a choir can make such a difference in the service, and the choir, boy, they learned a lot of new songs, and we thank God for them, and the orchestra playing along, and wonderful congregational singing. You know, a church that is in revival, there will be some hearty congregational singing. And we sang hymns. I love the hymns. Solid doctrine, hearty music, singable by God's people. It's just great. And we closed out the meeting on Wednesday night, and then started Thursday night in Pickerington, Ohio, at Pickerington Baptist Temple, Pastor B.J. Van Amen. We had a good Thursday evening service, and Friday. Then here on Saturday, we did a choir clinic with them today, and of course went out soul winning. You know, every Saturday, several times during the week, I always try to go soul winning to lead people to Christ. And then along the way, we make visits like with shut-ins and so forth. And I always like making those visits. Did a little of that today as well. But I also want to mention to you that during the daytime, our Virginia team of pastors, we spoke with 21 congressional candidates. These are folks going to run for in the primary and conventions there in Virginia for the federal U.S. seats. There's 11 districts in Virginia, and there's 60 candidates. And we invited all 60 to be interviewed. And we've got some more interviews to do next week. And we're making relationships and friendships and having these times of interview. And we're going to report our findings to the Pastors Network across Virginia. And you want to be part of this. And you do want to vote in the upcoming elections, the primaries. Very, very important that we vote in the conventions and primaries so we can get the very best candidates. And there are no perfect candidates, but no perfect office holders either. But you try to find those closest to the Bible that within your conscience that you can vote for. And so we did a lot of that this week, and it made some plans, and it's just work. But God blesses work. Coming up at Bible Truth Music, we got Bible Stories for Kids Volume 5 coming. Yes, we're working hard on Volume 5. And we just finished college recordings. We've got 2 of those in the works still this week with final mixes and duplication. Lots of work with Bible Truth Music. And just in all of the ministries. And now this upcoming week, I've joined up with 29 other evangelists that us 30 evangelists are going to track how many gospel tracts that we give out starting on Sunday all the way through Saturday. How many tracts can 30 evangelists get out across the country? Well, you know, that's a very small number, 30 evangelists. But we're going to do something. You know, God hasn't called me to do everything, but He has called me to do something. I'm going to try to do my part to give out gospel tracts to people. You cannot give a gospel tract to the wrong person. No, even if they're a Christian, they need the gospel tract so they can give it on to somebody else. And so we're going to work hard to get gospel tracts spread across America. And I'm encouraging you now, get you some gospel tracts, carry them in your pocket. You know who gives away gospel tracts? People who have gospel tracts on them. If you don't have them on you, you're not going to be able to give them out. So perhaps at your church on Sunday, go to the tract rack and get you some gospel tracts with your church name on it, and go out and tell some folks about Jesus. What's going on in our country? A lot of bad things. I hear that our president is talking about trans people. Let me tell you something, friends. God made two kinds of people, male and female. Did you hear me? It doesn't matter about me. Did you hear the Bible? God made two kinds of people. And God himself designed marriage. It's between a man and a woman. Our president is saying some things that are just not true. And there are people that are telling lies. They're absolute lies. A man is not a woman. And a woman is not a man. And a lot of confusion, is there not? And we need some preachers who will preach all of the Bible and not be scared or intimidated, but lovingly, but firmly teach all of the Bible. So we got a great big problem in America. A lot of preachers don't believe the Bible is inspired Word of God. That's stunning, isn't it? I can hardly get my mind wrapped around that. The Bible is the Word of God. It has the truth that everybody needs, and the preacher must line upon line teach all of the Bible and preach all of the Bible. Now, what about Sunday school teachers? Oh, yeah. You know, some Sunday school classes are embarrassing. They're so ill-prepared. But, on the other hand, I've been in some remarkable Sunday school classes where the teacher came with a tremendous doctrinal lesson from the Word of God. And that's what we need. And, please, let's have our families know the Bible. Let's get our communities to know the Bible. Let's get our states to know the Bible and our entire country to know the Bible. And then we want the whole world to know the Bible. The world is starving, not just for physical food. There's many that are starving for physical food. But the world is starving for the Word of God. So I'm going to try to count how many different times that I preached this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I preached 9 times this week. That's actually a little bit less than usual. I generally average 10 or 11 times a week. So it was a slow week. Only preached 9 times this week. And I'm really happy to have the privilege and the honor to try to preach the Word of God. You know where the power is? The power is in the Word of God. And even last night, so precious, the service. And a dear lady made herself a candidate for baptism in the service last night. I think almost the entire church was on the altar last night, asking God for things, asking God for good and noble things, for God to work in their church and God to work in their lives. It's a really good thing, is it not? Well, so all of us, I hope you tried to make your week count. I worked in a lot of arenas. I put in a lot of time. God willing, I'm flying home on Monday. I'm looking forward to that. And then next Thursday, be flying to Montana. And looking forward to be with my Montana friends. And so next Saturday, I'll be reporting to you, God willing, from Montana. And then I'll be going to Minnesota and Wisconsin the week after Montana. I'm just looking at the schedule. Then I'll be at the Edge Christian Camp to do their banquet. And then we got the Summersville, West Virginia crusade. It's a gospel crusade, April 24th through the 29th. And we've got a wonderful building there. We got sponsoring churches. I can't wait. And Brother Scott Pauley's the preacher. I'm the moderator, song leader, all that sort of thing. That's what I find God leading me to do so often. I preach a lot, but a lot of what I get to do is moderate and facilitate and support and strengthen. and lead choir and lead congregational singing, play the piano, those kind of things. But and then going on down to Florida, I'm just looking at all these wonderful upcoming meetings that are ahead. But the purpose of this is tell you what happened this week. And it's been another good week with my Lord. Oh, I guess I read about 220 chapters of the Bible this week. I still try to read 30 chapters a day. In fact, yesterday the Lord let me read 49 chapters. And so I'm still trying to do that. All these are good things. And I thank you for praying for Renee. Many of you have been asking about Renee. She's doing much, much better. Now, she's not well. She's in long haul COVID. She's not 100%, but she's so well, so in comparison, so much progress from how bad it was. And I'm glad the Lord's allowing me to travel, and I'm glad my family has been able to help with Renee. And this past week, my dad had kidney stones. Oh my goodness, he had 8 kidney stones. And the hospital was able to help him, and he's back home. And I'm certainly glad of that. I talked to my dad, told him I loved him, and I've got the best dad in all the world. So it's been a good week, busy week, lots of life going on, and I'm rejoicing in all of it. I hope you're rejoicing in all of it, and I hope you're planning to go to church Sunday morning, and then go back Sunday evening, and live for God, and say some amens if it's appropriate in church tomorrow. And of course, put your tithe and your offerings in, and maybe give a little extra this week to the cause of Christ. Well, that's my report. I enjoy just chatting with you. God bless all of you.